welcome to the city. This is Luna Classic City. I'm your host, Ayewaken. If you're new to the city, get relaxed, grab a drink, and get ready to talk crypto. Before I get into my Luna Classic analysis, I just want to highlight some news that happened over the last 24 to 48 hours, and I also want to highlight the winners from the Luna Classic Companion contest. Okay, so our news today is coming from CoinDesk, and it says Sam Bankman-Fried promises FTX US customers funds are fine. Now, it's been a rough 48 hours for Sam, but we hope the best for him. But at the same time, we need to improve crypto as a whole, and what that does, it leads me to Companion. Went from 3 cents to 20 cents, but I'm not pumping anything, I'm not dumping anything. All I'm saying is the truth. So that takes me to our Luna Classic and Companion lottery that we had last week. We had round 1 last week, and we had a few winners. We had one winner win $400 worth of Luna Classic tokens, while others won different amounts. I believe that from here, it's only up for Companion. All right, off to Luna Classic. Before I do any analysis, what I like to do is zoom out. I like to chill, relax, go to the monthly chart, go to the weekly chart, and see what's really at play here. If we are to just draw what we see on a basic analysis, we can say that within this red dotted line, we did something like this. Went up, came down, come back up, might come back down, hold support on our 0.5 fib level, then bounce up. In a perfect world, that's what I think will happen in the next few weeks. And what that will ultimately do is send us near 56. And that's the level that we reached last month. We actually reached 59 or 60. But we've been on a slow decline since then. And the only thing that could show us signs that we could receive a parabolic pump like that was USTC's pump, when it went from 2 cents up to 6 cents. Now, to keep this on a short-term time basis, based on the charts, it looks like if we don't hold above 18, let's zoom in. Actually, I want y'all to see what I'm actually doing, because it's not hard to get these targets. It's just time consuming. We gotta wait. That's the hardest part, is waiting. So a few days ago, we dropped down to 13. It was actually a wick, and that's the same level as where, right here. It's perfect. It makes sense. And I wouldn't be surprised if we hit that level again. All right, just keeping it simple. We see what's going on a monthly chart for Luna Classic. It looks like we got rejected from our 0.5 fib level, and it looks like we're about to retest it. So overall, we want to see Luna Classic get back to 30. If it gets above 30, then we can expect to see some rejection near 56 or 59. That's where we recently pumped to a month ago. So on a parabolic basis, Luna Classic is doing just fine. If we zoom in even more on a weekly chart, we can see that there's a chance we break below this red dotted line. And just remember, anytime we touch this line, it's best to accumulate. We touched right here, we bounced, and we dumped. We dropped below right here, actually got above all Fibonacci levels except for the highest level, then came back and dropped below them all, meaning this move was a trap. Meaning if I was to negate this, I would make it look something like this, meaning that, wow, color coordinated, meaning that price is doing something like this. It's just coiling up, getting more and more pressure. I'm gonna change the color. This threw me off myself. So yeah, that's all price is doing. This large move is just a distraction. So I say all of this because if we were to just cancel out this fractal pattern right here and just connect the low to the high right there, that's all we did. Now we're coming back down, meaning we're touching the line, meaning it's best to buy at this time again. But if we drop below, there is a chance that we may add a 0 and drop down to 95. So my golden zone to buy Luna Classic in the short term, in the next 3 to 7 days, would be 0.000095 through 13, where we're at basically right now. But if we look at it on a yearly basis, we got a long way to go. And if we're gonna reach 37 cents, it's gonna take more than just hoping. We gotta have concrete evidence. We gotta have proof. We gotta have what it takes to help this ecosystem rebuild itself. Speaking about that, Do Kwon recently spoke about interchain alliance, or he wants to pair up Luna 2.0 with Luna Classic, and the perfect companion for this is companion. Look, based on our weekly, we can say and we can see that within this red dotted triangle, each time the price touched the bottom half of the triangle, we could see that price briefly pumped. Then it came back to this red dotted line. Even if it fell below at times, it still pumped above. Then it gradually decreased and diminished over time to where now we're back on a red dotted line. I'm expecting us to briefly drop below and possibly test down to 0.000095 through the 13. Yes, Luna Classic might add another zero, but it will be very brief. It'll be very brief. So that's the perfect time to buy Luna Classic. That's when I plan to buy it, to be honest. So let's go a little deeper. I'm gonna go to the daily chart, and we can talk about what Do Kwon has been saying lately for the month of December. Lately, Do Kwon has been talking about a parity, or a pairing between Luna 2.0 and Luna Classic. What this will do is protect the Cosmos blockchain projects, the Terra ecosystem projects. It'll be like a umbrella, basically, everyone protecting each other, so that if there's an attack, things can be protected better. But they also need a companion for this, and the best companion at this moment is companion. This is the token companion, but the technology companion,
Companion is here to fundamentally change the way humans invest forever.
All right, Asker said it perfectly. I didn't mean for that to happen like that, but that was perfect. But anyway, we'll talk about Asker later and companion. But for now, I want the Luna Classic community to see why they need companion and why everyone should have a companion.
When the COVID-19 pandemic hit and forced the world into quarantine, the Federal Reserve and central banks worldwide attempted to backstop the economy's collapse by injecting an enormous amount of cash. As a result of flooding the economy with printed liquidity, strange things started to happen in the financial markets. Assets across the world started to inflate, and cryptocurrency started skyrocketing. Enormous gains were made in the markets for many months. From beginners to professionals, everyone was having their best year ever. It didn't last long. What was once a fruitful zone of profits for investors was soon infiltrated with deceptive people. Carefully engineered traps and scams started to appear in many forms and shapes. Most investors didn't stand a chance. 2 years later, most had lost all their profits, including their initial investments. This is not a new phenomenon. In 2013 and 2017, the same thing happened as we witnessed in 2021. Before crypto, it also happened in the stock market, such as the famous .com bubble in the 2000s. It will keep happening because we can't help ourselves. Our human mind was simply not made for this environment. That is why we are building Companion, an AI onboarding app to help people safely invest. Since 2018, through break-free trading, we have helped educate and improve over 100,000 traders through our algorithmic assisted platforms. Companion is the expansion of break-free trading that offers both investing and trading in one app.
Okay, before I let you go, let's recap the main takeaways from this video. If price drops below this red dotted line, which is at 18, then there's a chance we could retest 13. Remember, we tested 13 a few days ago when FTX scandal was at its all-time peak, I guess, when the news just kept getting worse and worse. To the upside, if Luna Classic is able to stay above this red dotted line and dance in its range under 24 for a while, that's great. That means we're holding support above this red dotted line. Remember, this line we've been riding this line or this trend line for at least a few months. Yeah, for at least the last 6 months, we've been using this trend line as support and resistance. So remember, if we get above 24, we will test 30. If we get above 30, there's a chance we test 36. If we get above 36, then there's a high chance we get to 56. We just got to take this one step at a time. Now, as far as Luna Classic reaching 37 cents by February, I believe we're still on track, but we're gonna need a huge boost in December to send us, to give us that momentum to carry us over to shred even more zeros. I believe there will be updates with Luna Classic as far as the interchain alliance, or even companion pairing up with Luna and Luna 2.0 to help the security end and help offer better rewards to the community, as far as staking, baking, or even delegating your assets to enhance the community overall. But yeah, main takeaways is, do not get greedy, do not be impatient, just let things pan out, let the waters get calm before you enter a long-term trade. You do not ever want to enter anything out of FOMO. Actually, none of this is financial advice, to be honest. I'm just telling you what I believe I should be doing. But yeah, if you can, leave a comment below. Part 2 of this video is coming out. I'll explain how Luna Classic will reach $2 in late 2023, or even near July through August. And these numbers aren't just made up. It's actually in the charts, and the charts tell stories. Remember, we've been riding this line for at least the last 6 to 8 months, and it's showing us that we're getting strength. Each time we come back and test it, we bounce higher and higher. So this may be the last time we touch this triangle for a very long time. But again, if you can, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about the market, where you think it's heading, and did FTX kill the market, or is it gonna make us even more stronger?